Mahirap ang mabuhay dito sa mundo. Ang buong sanlibutan ay nagkakagulo. Dugha man o mayaman, may kabiguan. Talino na panglupa, di mapanghawakan. O aking Panginoon, ikaw lang ang inspirasyon sa buhay ko at mga pagtupad. Hindi ako mawawalan ng pag-asa at tiwala sa iyo. Ikaw ang inspirasyon. Lagi sa panalangin ay aking hiling. Ako ay manatili sa banal na tungkulin. Marami mang pagsubok, di manghihina, pagkat may bagong bayan laan sa nagtapat. O aking Panginoon, ikaw lang ang inspirasyon sa buhay ko at mga pagtupad. Hindi ako mawawalan ng pag-asa at tiwala sa iyo. Ikaw ang inspirasyon. Ikaw ang inspirasyon.
Ngayong malapit na pagdating ng iyong anak, Ama ko'y alalayan upang manatili sa kahalalan.
Inaamin ko na sa mundong ito ay nahihirapan ako. Kailangan ko po ng iyong saklolo.
Hindi ko kaya ang mag-isa.
Kailangan ko ang tulong mo, o Ama.
Upang maipaglaban ko
Ang aking pananampalataya.
Oftentimes, friendships begin with a simple hi or hello, and then the conversation just flows naturally. But what if there's a communication barrier between people? That it seems like talking to someone may prove to be very difficult. Let's get to know how our guest tonight hurdled over that communication barrier and eventually became the best of friends. All that and more only here on UJ Radio. So please stay with us.
Okay ka lang? Okay ka lang? Deaf ka. Okay ka lang? Alam mo kasi ang Di ba mahirap maging deaf?
Di nga maaari na hindi mahirapan. Lungkot ay kailangan pa talagang pagdaanan. Bagay di pwedeng takasan. Pagkaunawa na tumatakbo sa aking isipan. Nagpaluwa man na parang ulan. Nasugatan man ang damdamin ko ng kapigatian. Ang kahalalang na tamo di bibitiwan. Dahilan maliwanag sa isipan. Kung ako man ngayon nahihirapan, dinadalisay lamang ako para sa hangganan. Kamti ng pangakong kaligayahan. Mula sa pagkabata, maganda ang pangarap. Ginawa sa buhay, pilit kong inapuap. Ubos lakas, ako ay nagsumikap para lang sa maunlad na hinaharap. Subalit ang kapalaran ay tila mailap. Liwanag ng bukas ay andap-andap. Problema sa paligid, sa akin ay yumakap. Nang pilit na nagpumiglas, lalo lang naging mahirap. Napatanong ako, tumingin sa mga ulap. Sagot na kailangan ko, salamat na hanap. Mga pagsubok o dapat matanggap. Dinadalisay ako upang maging ganap. Ang tamang pagharap sa intindihin. Pagpikit ng mata para manalangin. Ang buhay na ito sa aking Diyos ay hahabilin. Kailangan kong tulong, matyagang ihintayin. Di nga maaari na hindi mahirapan. Lungkot ay kailangan pa talagang pagdaanan. Bagay di pwedeng takasan. Pagkaunawa na tumatakbo sa aking isipan. Nagpaluwa man na parang ulan. Nasugatan man ang damdamin ko ng kapigatian. Ang kahalalang na tamo di bibitiwan. Dahilan maliwanag sa isipan. Kung ako man ngayon nahihirapan, dinadalisay lamang ako para sa hangganan. Kamti ng pangakong kaligayahan. Ngayon hindi na ako matatakot. Kahit pa may dumating na mga salot. Karamdaman man sa katawan ko'y bumalot. Matinding kalamidad man sa akin ay umabot. Mangyari man ang bagay na nakakalungkot. Mga kaaway man kahit magalabang buot. Katarungan maratao ay nababaluktot. Mawalan man ng kulay, buhay may kabagot-bagot. Titingin lang ako sa taas. Sama ko, hingi ng lakas. Alam ko na malapit ang wakas. Nitong mundong sa'kin ay naging marahas. Ang tamang pagharap sa intindihin. Pagpikit ng mata para manalangin. Ang buhay na ito sa aking Diyos ay hahabilin. Kailangan kong tulong, matyagang ihintayin. Di nga maaari na hindi mahirapan. Lungkot ay kailangan pa talagang pagdaanan. Bagay di pwedeng takasan. Pagkaunawa na tumatakbo sa aking isipan. Nagpaluwa man na parang ulan. Nasugatan man ang damdamin ko ng kapigatian. Ang kahalalang na tamo di bibitiwan. Dahilan maliwanag sa isipan. Kung ako man ngayon nahihirapan, dinadalisay lamang ako para sa hangganan. Kamti ng pangakong kaligayahan.
My best friend is Army Jem Ignao from local of Bukal, district of Quezon. And we've been friends for 8 years now.
Ang best friend ko po ay si RG Samiliano. Kami po ay naging matalik na magkaibigan noong taong 2017.
Ang best friend ko po ay si Rizalaine Barzaga. Kami po ay naging matalik na magkaibigan mula pa po nung kami po ay sa PNK pa lamang po dahil parehas po kaming mga awit po sa PNK.
My best friend is Janelle Puno. I think we've been friends for about 8 years already. Yeah, about 8 years.
Parehas po kami ng hilig sa subjects po sa school. Kapag meron pong tulong, kailangan po yung isa, tutulungan po ng isa. Kaya yun po, naging magkaibigan po.
We're very supportive in whatever we do and pursue in life. Additionally, we're both jolly, we laugh at each other's jokes easily, and we are always there for each other through ups and downs.
We both have sense of humor. And yes, we love laughing, joking around. And we're both foodies, that's number 2. Number 3 is we love music so much. And we love creating music, singing together.
Ang isa po sa dahilan kaya po kami naging matalik na magkaibigan ay dahil po sa hilig po namin sa pagbibisikleta. Ito na rin po yung nagiging paraan para po maging matatag po yung aming pagkakaibigan. Napupuntahan po namin yung mga lugar na hindi po namin dati napupuntahan nang nakabisikleta lamang po. At doon po kami nagiging masaya at naisishare po namin sa isa't isa yung mga experience po namin dahil magkaiba po kami ng lugar. Siya nga po ay taga Antique at ako naman po ay taga Cavite. At doon po mas lalong nagiging close po kami sa isa't isa.
Ang nagpapatuloy po sa aming pong pagkakaibigan ay ang aming pong pagtupad. Lalo na po ngayon, parehas din po kami mga awit po sa katandaan. Kaya kami po ay lagi pong magkasama sa pagtupad.
How we keep our friendship strong is having communications. Yeah, I think communication is the best thing that you can do in order to make your friendship stronger. So even if it's not constant, even if you talk for about after a week, after a few months, or even after a year, as long as you know how to say, how are you? Are you fine? Are you doing well? Are you okay in there? Especially when he's too far away from you. So yeah, communication is the key because that just shows how much you care for your best friend.
Well, despite the fact that my best friend and I do not see each other personally and we're far away from each other for so long, we still make sure to communicate through online. And for me, keeping in touch with each other, updating what's going on in our lives, what's new about us, and understanding each other would keep the friendship longer and stronger.
Hello po mga ka-UJ! Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's another Saturday night here with us on Unity Junction Radio. We are live on ICTV and of course on IC Production Company's Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Sister Bea and syempre kasunod ko na si Kyle!
With Brother Randall today.
Other side.
He's,
There.
he's here with us. He's back on the ground. So we're complete. Actually, we're a full family for today. We've got plenty of guests, different ways of communicating with each other. And of course, talking about friendships. And I'm going to dig into Bea's brain and Brother Randall's brain. But first, I'm going to let Brother Randall say, hey, I'm back.
Yes, indeed, I'm back, Brother Kyle, Bea, and to all our viewers, but not for long. And once again, wherever you are from the different aspects, I'd like to greet everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from different time zones all across the globe. We are on the last episode for November. It is. We're getting into the last part of the year. It's that fast, time flies, and the next week around, that would be already December. And hopefully, But the next coming days, things are gonna get better. As what's happening right now, Brother Kyle.
Yeah, there's
Yun.
me and Brother Randall were having a conversation earlier because he's been super busy with most of the countries around the world opening up now and tourists and foreigners coming in and out. So I was thinking maybe, just maybe, we'll all actually meet after more than a year together, or about a year together in
About
a
a
physical
year.
place in the studio before we wrap up 2021.
Hopefully, yes.
As
Pero
real
Ooh,
friends ought to,
hopefully.
right? I mean, not
Yes.
necessarily real friends, but it'd be nice to meet your friends that you haven't met, that
Mhm.
you've only met online, actually in person.
Yes. So, parang mas masarap makipag-communicate, makipagkwentuhan ng konti kapagka nagkikita-kita kayo sa personal. Pero well, sa tamang pag-iingat lang. And of course, before the year ends, syempre, may mga mag-birthday pa. Kaya naman pababatiin ko lang po itong ilang mga taong ito. Happy birthday po kay Kuya Kim namin dito po from the INC PC. Also, kay Ate Kate po, advance happy birthday. Kay Kuya Yuki, happy belated birthday. Kay Kuya Iggy Chris, kay Sister Darlene, and kay Kuya Paul Stacy on December 2. Happy birthday! Yun. That's fine. Alright. Kuya, what about you next?
Yeah. Since Bay already did
I
his
hear it.
greeting, allow me to greet my Saya family, Saya Aviation family, Sister Mitch, Sister Candice, and Brother Manuel, and all the other brethren Paul from Saya Aviation. Thank you so much for all the support. Despite all your busy schedule po lately, they were still able to come up during meetings po, online and physical meetings po. Thank you so much. Brother Kyle?
Yun.
All right, so today we are talking about signs of friendship, both literally and figuratively. And we have two wonderful guests. Actually, we also have in the corner there to the left of your screen, that's our brother, a big part of our UJ radio family as well, helping interpret and giving clues about what our episode is about today. And of course, our first guest will be introduced by Sister Bea.
Yun. Isa po sa ating mga kasama po ngayong gabi ay si Sister Jerly Ann Villanueva. Isa po siyang public school teacher. Siya po ay teacher po ng special education and she is a sign language interpreter. Isa rin po siyang mang-aawit, guro po sa pangsaba ng kabataan at isa pong CST sign language interpreter. Mula po siya sa lokal ng Santiago, distrito po ng Calamba City, Laguna. And dahil po signs of friendship to kasama po ang kanyang best friend. Kuya Kyle, sino po ang kasama ni Sister Jerdy?
Yeah, we have Sister Catherine Joy, CJ. I'm going to call her CJ Patriarca. She's a computer operator, pretty cool. She's also a freelance web designer. I'd love to see her portfolio. A sign language trainer and evaluator as well, and a LOS secretary from the local congregation of Projects 2 and 3 here in QC. So it's like from a north to far south friendship.
Wow. Yes. So,
Layo, but it works, right?
it works. Well, we'll see how it works. Kaya naman, let's bring them up. Hello po, Ka Jean and Ka CJ. Welcome to
Hello,
to UJ
sisters.
Video.
Welcome to the show.
Hello po.
Hello po. Hello po. Ayan po. So, we'd like to know po, kasi this is a different kind of friendship na po. Ka Jean, bakit po it's a different kind of friendship? How did you become friends po?
Yes po, it's really a different kind of friendship because we are different individuals. I can hear and Sister CJ is a deaf person. So dun pa lang very obvious na po yung difference that the language and the communication would really a barrier. But yun nga po, through God's help and yun nga po, through learning and trying our best to be friends and able to become best friends.
Oh. Ka CJ, kailan pa po kayo naging magkaibigan po ni Ka Jean?
Sister CJ signing. We started with my friend, Miss Myra Medrana. She's also a deaf person. I was with her since college. Miss Myra got me to thesis. So I was with her. And then also Myra needed another first or for her PC. So she got her cousin.
Mhm.
That's me. Okay. So actually, this is still CJ signing. So Myra said she doesn't know sign language that much yet, but you have to teach her. So their sister Jan was not well at that time. I mean, she's not a good signer then, but I taught her on. She invited me to go uh, to the chapel, and I refused at first, but then I was able to go there, and even if she was the doctrines or sharing, I wasn't really convinced. I was a former Catholic,
Mhm.
and Sister Journey just said that you just have to listen, you just have to observe. And we were trying to communicate through sign language, and she was able to explain to me all the things that I need to understand. She had to share, and I was not forced to do so because that was her main uh, point. That she was her main point was just to invite me, and my family was not are not INC members. That's why.
Sister Shirley, I'm just curious, how long ago was this? Like, when did you guys start becoming friends?
Okay, we start to become friends way back. That was 2007. In 2007. So when CJ and my cousin Myra was still in college. So that's when we got to know each other.
Yung level ng sign language mo po, ka Shirley, how was it back then in 2007?
Oh, 2007, I was already a graduate of a certification program for sign language interpreters, but I lacked practice. Well, with any other language naman po, you have to always use it for you to be well and fluent. So at that time, I did not have a lot of practice. So when I got to meet CJ, that's the time when I was able to practice, and almost every day able to sign and try to share ideas or share anything, and that's how I got to improve.
That's nice. It's always best, like, when you're trying to learn a new language and one of your friends is super proficient at it. They're always there to help correct you. Like, no,
Yun
don't say
nga
that. Try
eh.
this way.
That's right po.
Exactly.
And one more thing, there's one thing I also realized, Kyle, Bayan, and our viewers. The best way to practice learning is to go to the place where, in fact, they speak the same language. Like in my case, I learned the Spanish when I went to Spain, and then, like what Sister Jan mentioned earlier, if you don't get to use it, basically you'll get rusted with it, right? So, I have a good question for you, Sister Jan. What were some of the hardest thing to convey? You know how it is when you become friends and then you wanted to know more about that and for the friendship to grow, you'd have to be more attached. What was the biggest hindrance of explaining yourself? Or is there a topic in which you have really hard time, like an uphill of introducing yourself?
The hardest topic I could say that I had to share with CJ was our doctrines in the Church of Christ, because we really need to be careful when we are conveying information. Maybe makabaligtad yung tingin niya, that's a doctrinal error, so I have to be careful. But with other informations, the basic, I really need to study the words, the vocabularies, and especially since we really need to know how to apply it in a manner that is understandable.
Okay. Now, how was the indoctrination done? Was there always somebody to do the interpretation for, or how was it done? I'm just curious, Bea.
Okay po. So at that time po, there was always assisting her, but during that time po, there are already ministers who know sign language, and that's how po CJ got to be familiar And that's how she got to know the church.
Nice. For ka CJ po, kailan po kayo naging nabautismuhan? Kailan po kayo naging member po ng INC?
That was in 2008.
2008. So the following year po, and all this time magkaibigan po talaga kayo na po?
Yes po. That's CJ speaking. So
Yes po.
we have to wait for a few seconds.
It's okay po.
Kasi we have to relay. So anyway po.
It's okay po. Kasi all this time po ang tagal na kayo na po nagbibilang ako, medyo nag-review ako ng math ko ng konti. So, more than 10 years na po kayong magkaibigan. So, we'd like to know po, do you do other things po together? Anybody could answer po. Maybe kasi J first po. Kayo po ni Ka Jean.
So this is still CJ speaking. Our time together, usually at the start, we just I teach her some words, and then during free time, she shares stories, and usually it was me teaching Sister Jean sign language, and attending church, attending our activities in the church. I was able to observe, and she was able to share what she does in INC. So at that time, there weren't any deaf visited the chapel, but I was still curious. You know, the usual that the males, our brothers, are seated separate from our female brethren or our sister. And for me po, so this
Opo.
is Sister Jerlina po. I hope our viewers are not confused. So this is Sister Jerly speaking po. The activities that we do, aside from sa mga CJ, aside from her teaching me. So later on po, we get to sa family. Okay, there are times that I go visit CJ's family, and then also CJ goes to my family, because also since she has mentioned about Myra, si Ate Myra po. So before we knew each other, me and CJ, okay, already goes to Batangas. Okay, our province, and so CJ was already close to Ate Myra's family. And then later on, yun nga po, we have trips, okay, locally, even to travel Japan for a performance. So that's also an activity that we do. CJ is one of the dancers and performer. Myra is the choreographer. Even if she's deaf, she can choreograph, she can.
Wow.
And then ako naman po, my role is to interpret, or also to, and that's how we make the performance work.
Oh. Parang
Wow.
ako po yun sa isang picture.
Yes po.
Sama ka doon?
Yes po. That's the three of us with Bea.
Oo nga po eh. Kasi po kung hindi niyo po nalalaman, na-meet ko na po sila Ka Jean and si Ka CJ po before, dahil po nagkakasama po kami noon sa mga activities po natin nung pong countdown to the centennial. Sila po ay mga performer po natin doon. And isa po sa mga notable is ako'y maghihintay sa yung pagliligtas, and then Ka CJ signed. Tapos umiiyak po siya. Tapos kapag pinanood mo po siya, iiyak ka din habang pinapanood mo po siya. And that's one of the things that I remember most. Kaya po hindi ko po sila makalimutan actually. Kaya po we're very honored to have them tonight as our guests po here on UJ Radio. So thank you po ka Jean and ka CJ para sa pagpapaunlak niyo po sa aming invitation tonight. At medyo kakaiba po itong conversation po namin. Kami po mga hosts, nakatingin po kaming maigi dun sa screen, hindi po sa camera kasi po tinitignan po namin yun pong pag-uusap po nila. And we could see yun pong closest nila ay ibang level. But more on that later kasi po medyo malapit na sa time. I think it's a good time to play a game. Let's do a breaker po. So syempre, maglalaro tayo. Ito na naman. You side, I say na naman. At dalawa ang aming games facilitator. So kami pong mga hosts ninyo, ang inyo pong representante at kayo po sa inyong mga bahay ay po pwede pong sumali. Syempre po sa pag-type po sa ating comment section sa Facebook at sa YouTube. So, we will hand over the floor to Sister Jean and Sister CJ. Magbibigay po sila ng words or phrases at kami po, ako po, si Kuya Kyle and si Kuya Randall, will try our best to guess ano po ang kanilang sinasabi. So, ka CJ, ka Jean, take it away.
Okay po. So, thank you so much po. Me and CJ prepared some words po. Okay po. And, dito pala sa amin. Sister CJ will sign. Okay. And, okay. The answer. Okay. Sister CJ is saying, okay, this is the first one. Okay. So, again, slowly naman, CJ, slowly. Again po.
Yung expression, ito po ba yung pagkain or yung lasa? Hindi ko po alam.
Ito po yung ginawa niya. What was the person doing?
I'm looking at it as if she was trying to cut or slice a lemon and then tried to taste it. And then it was sour.
Okay po, Ka Randall got it right. Okay, the actual word is, the keywords po is lemon, and it was complete po. She ate the lemon and, when you eat a lemon, that's how your face would look like.
So that was the lemon indeed, huh?
Yes po. Okay, and this is how we clap po. This is the deaf clap. We shake our hand. So Sister CJ was clapping for Aaron. Okay po.
Ibang level. Sige po, next po.
Number 2. Okay. Anyone like to guess?
Ang alam ko lang po kumakain po si Ka CJ. Hindi ko po alam kung alin. Pwede pong isa pa?
You have to
One more
guess
po.
the flavor.
I think Sister CJ should add what kind of food is that. Okay, yan. Okay, that's better. Ayan. Sige po.
Eating chicken barbecue.
Who's going to answer? Si
Kuya
Bea
Kyle
ba?
or ako?
Or,
Go ahead, Bea.
Eating chicken barbecue? Kasi gumanon eh.
okay
Yeah.
po. So,
The chicken flapping their wings.
Yan. So, chicken barbecue?
Yay!
Pwede na. It's the gesture that's how you know it's chicken. So actually yung ginawa po niya, tinanggal niya yung balat. Kaya may ganun siya. So it can be barbecue of course, or it could just be a fried chicken or a roasted chicken. Pull away from the whole chicken.
For different kinds of chicken po?
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Ah,
There's different signs for different kinds of chicken?
Hindi naman po.
Okay.
Gestural, what they did was a gestural, but the kind of meal preparation that would just have to be added Okay po. But kasi siguro po si Sister Bea, favorite niya yung chicken barbecue. That's why she answered barbecue. It was not part.
But anyways po, next po.
Next po.
Ano po yata, hang po yata si ano. Opo, nag-freeze pa si...
Okay, again. And ask the CJ to repeat it again.
That's again in sign language. Maybe her video froze a little bit. She might have to restart.
So si Ka Je, okay lang po Ka Jean, kayo po muna
Sige,
ang
ako na po muna.
Sige po.
Okay, so yung sign po ni CJ is like this.
It looks like
Copying
somebody
on a test.
Yes.
Like, Bea, let me copy your answers on the test.
That's correct po. So it's also gestural, like when
Yes.
you look at the one beside you. Okay po.
Okay, so there's a
okay na po?
gestural signs.
Ayan, okay na po. So one more.
Welcome back, Sister CJ.
This is a longer one.
Life is like
Okay,
climbing a mountain. No, I don't know.
Yeah, correct.
Sister, brother Kyle.
Apa.
Kyle, can you repeat what you said po?
Probably climbing a mountain, no? Climbing a
Yes, po.
mountain.
So
Yeah.
what made you think po that it was a mountain?
Yung last part ng ginawa ni Sister CJ na as if she was nasa taas na siya sa mountain so she can see everything. And the
Okay,
climbing, of
that's
course,
good.
pero that could be stairs.
Yeah, yes.
No one does this on the top of stairs, right?
That's correct po. So, kumbaga context clues po
Apa.
that she had this sign and when you're on top of the mountain, you're
Right.
on
That's so
you
awesome.
do like
Yeah.
that.
Galing ano.
Okay po. Do we still have
Okay.
time for one more?
Yeah, let's
Last
try
one
more.
po.
One.
Yeah.
That's a big camera.
Okay. So, I think I heard the right answer already. Who was that po?
Brother Kyle.
Kuya
Oh, it was
Kyle.
Kuya Kyle
She has
po
a big
again.
camera lens. Ang laki ng camera lens niya.
Okay.
What's this? What's the context clue for this one po, Sister Jerlyn, Sister CJ?
This is the framing po.
Okay. So
Or
okay.
if you are going to frame or frame a shot. Ayan. And then you click.
Oh.
Okay po. Clap for everyone. Applause.
Yay! Thank you, Sister CJ. Thank you,
Thank you
Sister
po.
Jerlyn.
Palakpakan
Now,
din
let's
po
go
natin
ahead.
ang mga sumasagot po sa YouTube. Sorry, Kuya Kyle.
No, go ahead. No, you're
Anyway.
just saying what I'm thinking.
We're thinking alike. But anyways, thank you po to Sister Gian, to Ka Vincent, and kay Daddy na nagsumasagot po sa ating comment section ng kanilang mga answers. Sabi pa nga ni Ka Gian, I want to be fluent in sign language po. Ayan, Ka Gian. Actually po, ngayon po nalaman natin na hindi naman pala ganun super complicated mag-sign language. May ibang words lang po siguro na talagang kailangan nating aralin. Pero they could understand and we could understand what they're saying through context clues. Yung mga sign na kaya nating maintindihan. So, baka gusto nyo mag-aral ng panibagong language dyan. Sama-sama na tayo. Anyways, let's head on to our Facebook comments. Kuya Kyle, do you have some?
Right now, I don't see any, but I do have one question really quick while we're gathering those comments on Facebook and YouTube. Sister Jerlyn, Sister CJ, I'm just curious, what would be a contextual sign for a church activity, halimbawa? If ever. May ganun po.
We have to be specific po when we are doing the activity. If it's a CSD get together, so we can sign the word deaf, and you and me, we meet other deaf.
Ah,
We could do
okay.
that. We can do without the technical sign. So for church activities like a concert, so if we're going to watch a concert, you can act out singing and then use your eyes to watch.
Okay.
Use this your index finger or this hand shape or to see something
Okay.
and then sing it.
All
Like
right.
that. Po.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Now, allow me, Brother Kyle and Bea, to read a couple of guesses. And if we thought that we are quick, well, guess what? Our viewers were even quicker. So here are some good guesses here, and they got it right from Kat Teddy. He said photographer. Same with Brother Chris, Sister Claudine, and on the other end, she also said mountain climbing. So medyo madami-dami yung nakasagot. So this
The
proves to
context
show.
clues really help.
Yes, exactly. Yes, Kuya Randall?
And this proves to show that even if the beginners aren't really or didn't really have any experience with sign language, it is easier done than said that it's difficult, Like hindi sinasabi na mahirap pala yung sign language because otherwise they could have not guessed yung mga pinapakita ni na Sister Jerry Ann and Sister CJ earlier. So
Yes,
we all
exactly.
have an innate talent in guessing and interpreting sign language or hand gestures.
Yes. Actually, di ba last time din po, nasabi din po ni Ka Alex, nung naging guest din po natin sila sa first episode po natin na hindi naman po ganun kahirap maintindihan at aralin ang sign language. Kasi po, kahit nga po, di ba, infant or babies, pwede kayong mag-communicate through sign language. So, it's that, kung isipin natin, it's not that difficult. So, parang gusto ko na talagang i-push, Kuya Kyle.
If anything, we already know some. We just don't know that we already know some signs in sign language.
Exactly.
Right.
So, ayun, connect natin, going back to our discussion earlier po. Kajean, how do we properly approach or get the attention po ng isang deaf?
Okay po, if we're going to meet a deaf person, so we have to be cautious. First, their facial expression or your facial expression, you have to be pleasant. And we need to be aware of how we look. Kasi baka masyado tayong serious. Tapos yung deaf medyo, sa akin or baka galit sa akin. So they might have a different impression. So at least we have to be pleasant and we don't just tap their shoulders na baka some actions would really seem rude. So yun po, just approach anyone in a friendly manner. Okay, you smile and then yun po, if you know a little sign, you say hi. Okay, you can introduce your name. And yun na po, we have to be aware na yung may gestures po they are just dapat hindi offensive. Okay? Huwag tayong mag-iimbento ng mga you want to be friends, you're smiling pero you are inventing something or you're mimicking, that's very offensive for the deaf because that you're you are making fun of their language, which is very important in their personality. So any other additional po? Say Sister CJ, how do we make friends with a deaf person?
So, for example, tapping on the shoulder is probably not the best first move, but Sister Jerlyn, Sister CJ.
Wait po. Can I answer Brother Kyle's first? Tapping on the shoulder is okay as long as it's a good tap. Wag naman yung okay,
Yes, of course.
parang excuse me or what we do is we get their vision kasi even if we are signing but they're not looking or we are out of sight, so at least we go where they can see us and then or tap lightly lang po.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Sister CJ can answer po, how do we make friends with a deaf person? So this is CJ signing. You can just say hi like this. And a gesture like two thumbs up. Are you okay? Or you can do pen and paper communication. You can write something down. You can do gestures like come, let's go, let's eat there. Okay? Okay, you and me together. Okay po. And ayan, this is fast food.
What's fast food?
Okay. Can I mention po ba?
Oh, okay. Yes, I understand.
Ayan,
What it is.
alam na. Ayan.
The golden arches.
So, that's
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So alam na ni Kyle where to go if somebody asked him
I know.
to go. Ayan. Okay po. So any other po, Sir CJ? Also po, ayan, the word PP in Tagalog. So there are a lot of people who don't know that the word PP is offensive to them. So we can just call us deaf or mute. So we're not. We don't want to be called mute. Okay, so we can, because some people doesn't know that's an offensive term. So we have to respect the deaf. You can call us deaf.
Okay.
So along those lines, Sister Jerlyn and Sister CJ, in your experience, mismo, if you can think of something in your memories, what's something I shouldn't do? Besides, of course, rudely tapping you on the shoulder. What's something in your experience you're like, I wish Brother Kyle didn't do that?
Okay po. For example, see two deaf persons talking.
Mm-hmm.
I can, so they're signing with each other, and then if the two of them are talking to each other and then you approach them and then you sign, even if you know how to sign, that's also rude. Having a conversation. So you have to like, excuse me, respect that, because some hearing people are not aware that even if they're not making sound, that's the way they talk. So we cannot rudely interrupt if two of them are already communicating with each other. And then and also po, we don't just sign just to prove that we know how to sign. Because if you approach a deaf person and then you sign, I learned the days of the week. So you sign Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Parang sabi niyo deaf, parang ano sinasabi nito?
That's
diba?
true.
So when we approach them, at least we have a topic to talk about, or something that a message that we want to convey, not just really show that person that we know some signs or some words.
Right. Thank you for pointing that out, especially when they're communicating. But how about for Sister CJ po?
Sister CJ, she's signing.
Yeah.
Okay po. So, if a deaf person and a hearing person is talking to each other, if another hearing person would call the other one, if they lose eye contact, that's already rude for the deaf person. So it's very important that you sign something that please wait, or if it's an emergency, it's okay to interrupt. But if you see them really, and the hearing person would talk to the other hearing person, that's going to be rude. Or CJ is signing bastos. Okay, we have to be sensitive, so we have to look if they are talking or not, or if they're done, then it's going to be your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So basically naman po, yung kumbaga, pakikipag-usap din po sa deaf, it should be yung ideal din na pakikipag-usap natin sa ibang mga tao na do not interrupt kapag may nag-uusap, or kapag i-interrupt ka, may emergency, gawin mo ng maayos, say excuse me, or sorry po, saglit lang po, ganon. So, the same way kung paano po natin tinatrato or how we want to be treated, ganon din po sila. Diba? No different than us. Kasi nakikipag-usap.
May hugot dyan si CJ. Si CJ kasi she always complain, like, the two of us are talking, we're chatting, tapos merong kakausap sa akin. So I have to break the eye contact with her.
No.
And sabihin niya, talking. Kasi, you know, kasi I'm a hearing person, so I get
Right.
to be distracted easily if
You get
somebody's
distracted.
calling me. So
Yun,
please, CJ. Please, anyway, I know. Ako yung pinaparinggan ni CJ when she was sharing that. So anyway, that's
Thank you, Sister CJ.
Thank you.
Sister Jan, I have a
So-
quick question for you. If it's really inevitable, like Kyle or Bea wanted to interrupt for some apparent reasons that it's really important for, what is the gesture for excuse me? Like, it's really important. I really have to tell you this. It's a matter of safety. So how do I say excuse me in between two deaf people talking together?
this can you see
Or
CJ
deaf
po?
conversation.
Ayan, it's CJ po who's signing excuse me. So it's like rubbing the tip of our fingertips on the heel of our palm. Okay,
Okay.
and for excuse me, and also the facial expression, like politely excuse me. But then again, sabi nga ni CJ, if it's an emergency talaga, you can interrupt it anytime naman po. If it's
Right.
May sunog na pala or dumilindol na, di ba? So, ayun po. Okay naman po. But again po, thank you for that question. So, yung mga viewers po natin and listeners, ayun po. That's the sign
Yeah.
of excuse me.
I
And it
totally
doesn't
learned
matter if
something.
it's leftover. Go ahead, Cal.
So when we try to start a conversation in any language, in English, sometimes it's like, so how's the weather? Or yung generic conversation openers. Is it the same in a deaf conversation? I would imagine it is, but
Yes po, it's the same din po. But yun nga po, if you're really new po, ganun din po. Yung sabi natin kanina, the cues, we can just imagine it, the similar words would be mining or charades. So that could be a way for easily convey a message or a thought or anything that you want to share to the person that we are talking to.
okay.
Ano nga po, I remember na sabi niyo po ka Jean, importante po yung facial expression. Actually, kahit po si Karemar, nabanggit po yan sa amin na kailangan nagmamatch. Katulad po na sinabi mo kanina, mag-hello ka, pero ang seryoso mo, mag-hello ka. Kahit sa normal na tao, parang, nihellowan niya ba talaga ako o ano ba talaga? So, how important is that po, ka Jean, kapag po nag-mismatch yung emotion dun po sa sinasabi?
I think Sister CJ would better answer that question po.
Sige po ka, CJ.
Po. So I will ask CJ po, how important is it to have a good facial expression? So this is Sister CJ signing.
Uh-huh.
Um,
What's that face?
Okay, I'm asking her to repeat what she. Okay, if your facial expression is like this, diba? What can you say about that? Sabi niya.
Medyo sassy.
Parang mukha ko po yun.
Is it
Yeah,
hard?
medyo snobbish, sabi ni Karen. Medyo snobbish.
Masungit.
Not very friendly. Not very
Yes
friendly.
po. Yes po. So
Not
because of the movement of the eyebrow, it's a little bit raised. So that's how we project. That's how we project feeling. Okay, even if we are not moving our hands or we are our body, but it's only on the face, on this facial expression, we can already convey a lot of meanings and messages.
Okay. So, yeah. Crucial.
And a lot of that, actually, I want to be able to promote the app that we use, that we featured, 3 weeks ago? And I found it very impressive because there were actually live examples and it did not take too long to load. So if any of our viewers, our family, our friends, and our guests want to be able to take part in that kind of conversation or learn more, thanks, of course, to Sister Julie and Sister CJ, there is the INC Sign Language website and the app.
Yes. And also po CJ po, yung pong ating certification program. Baka po may mga kapatid po na gusto pong mag-enroll. Pwede nyo rin pong i-promote ngayon po. The floor is yours po.
Okay, hello po to everyone. into UJ. We would like to ask you to download our app, the INC Sign Language app, and also into the Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language website. Okay. So see us there. We are the ones who you can type a word and you can see me and Sister CJ. We will give examples of the words. Okay, that's a way for everyone po to know, be familiar with the signs or the. So and also po, if some of you who would like to up on their sign language skills, you can also sa New Era University. We have a certification program for sign language interpreting. So if you get a certificate, you will be a certified sign language interpreter like me. And mas magagamit po natin para po sa pakikipagkaibigan sa mga deaf and most especially inviting them to observe and be together with us in the church.
Yeah. And we want to make this clear, Bea and Carl, that this certification program is open to everyone, both members and non-members alike. And that's exactly the point of the church administration right now, to cater and to show that nobody's left behind. And could you please tell us more about Sister Jan regarding the application and where can they download it? And it's for free, of course. And
yes po. The app po is available in Android. Okay, you can just type lang po for the search. So Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language app. Sign language, yes po, that's right. And also in iOS, okay, they can download that in the App Store. And so we have opened a lot of avenues that anyone can get access to the application.
And if we do have listeners or viewers tonight who are members of the deaf community or the differently abled brethren po, and they wanted to take part or be involved more dito sa organization po ninyo, and do we have any upcoming projects po that we could put on air tonight for their knowledge po?
They could get in touch with Christian Society for the Deaf in their own districts, because the CSD po is established na po in every district, so they can just keep in touch, and every district have their own po. So that's good po na malapit na sa kanila and it's already in their own areas where they can keep in touch and also look for deaf persons to be at least po hindi na sila lalayo or magta-travel na malayo. Okay, yun lang po. CSD in their districts.
All right. Sister Jerlyn and Sister CJ, we want to thank you so much for helping us get in some insight into how that part of our community is like, and thank you for your time. If you want to have any parting messages to our viewers, your family, your friends, your locale, please do.
Okay, I'd go first po. Okay, so thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. We hope that we have given you an inspiration po to be curious and to get interested into sign language. Okay, it's not that hard. Okay, as long as we focus on it, we constantly have this goal of learning something new. And also, I'd like to be in Batangas. Okay, my local po in local Santiago. Hello po sa inyo. And yun po. God bless everyone po.
Thank you.
Sister CJ. Okay, this is Sister CJ. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank everybody for inviting me. Okay, I hope and wish that especially the hearing people would be friends with the deaf. Okay, learn how to communicate with us, learn the basics, and I know you hearing people can really learn sign language and you can also improve it and have an opportunity to communicate with the deaf community.
Ayan. Very well said. Well, I guess Sister CJ and Sister Jan had already done the wrap up for and on my behalf. Thank you so much. And so now let's please listen to what the Bible has to say. Brother Kevin?
Love must be completely sincere. Hate what is evil. Hold on to what is good. Love one another warmly as Christians, and be eager to show respect for one another.
Okay, thank you so much again to Sister Drilly Ann and Sister CJ for spending their time with us tonight, for sharing with our family and friends. Of course, thank you to you for watching live on INC TV and Facebook and YouTube channels for INC PC. If you enjoyed and of course were inspired by this episode, do give us a like or a heart and share our link with more of your family and your friends.
And of course po, to our CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo, maraming salamat po. And to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, thank you so much po.
Yan. Salamat po muli sa inyong lahat, mga kapatid na nakasama po namin ngayong gabi. Tuloy-tuloy po syempre ang ating saya dito po sa INCPC. Meron po tayong Fit to Serve every Sunday, 8 a.m. po yan. And of course, Gourmet at Home Saturdays, 12 noon po on INCPC's Facebook page and YouTube channel. And Sundays, 11 a.m. on INC TV. We have INCMB by request, Mondays to Fridays, 1 p.m. And right after that po ay INC Playlist app live, Mondays to Fridays, 2 p.m. Meron din po tayo Spotlight Season 7 every Sunday po, 8 p.m. Ang guest po natin bukas ay ang #Blessed. And of course, para maging updated po kayo mga kapatid sa atin po mga latest various activities, programs, and concerts at INCMVs ay syempre po subscribe, like, share ang atin mong INC Production Company Facebook page and YouTube channel. Ingat po kayo for the rest of the weekend mga kapatid, and we'll see you again next Saturday. We'll leave you with ang panahon ng katuparan ng ating kaligtasan ay malapit na. Bye-bye po mga kapatid! Thank you!
Ang Diyos ay purihin at sambahin, dahil kahit may mga